Dear God, you saw me breaking in the places no one sees. You heard the quiet battle I was fighting on my knees. I walked through nights of silence where my hope began to fade. But even in my doubting, I could feel you hold my faith. And when my voice was trembling, you whispered strength again. You told me trials shape the heart of those you call to stand. Dear God, I still trust you, even when the road feels dark, even when my hands are shaking and I'm standing with a broken heart. Dear God, I still trust you when shame tries telling me I'm done. You turn my ashes into honor and my battles into songs. There were moments I was certain all my failures spoke too loud, moments where my weakness made me hide beneath the doubt. But every time I turn to you, my soul began to rise. For you were building character inside my wounded life. You taught me through the fire that gold is never formed in ease, that those who walk through tribulation are the ones you raise to lead. Dear God, I still trust you, even when the road feels dark, even when my hands are shaking and I'm standing with a broken heart. Dear God, I still trust you when shame tries telling me I'm done. You turn my ashes into honor and my battles into songs. You take my pain and shape it into strength I couldn't see. You take my tears and write them into who you're forming me to be. And when I feel forgotten, you remind me who I am, a child within your promise, alive you choose to stand. I trust you, God. I trust you, God. Through every test and every storm, I trust you, God. Dear God, I still trust you,
even when the road feels dark, even when my hands are shaking.
you are healing all my broken parts. Dear God, I still trust you when shame tries telling me I'm done. You turn my ashes into honor and my weakness into love. Dear God, I still trust you, for you are making all things new. is the story you are walking through. And when the world called me forgotten, you call me chosen once again. Dear God, I still trust you until my sorrow turns to strength. Dear God, the ground beneath me shook and almost took my faith. The storms kept rising higher while I stood in my own shame. My heart was growing weary from the weight I couldn't hold. But even in the trembling, you were whispering my soul. And when I felt abandoned, you pulled me close again. You told me storms don't break the ones you're teaching how to stand. When everything shook,
I held on to you.
when my strength was gone,
You carried me through.
when fear tried to drown me, your mercy broke through. Dear God, I held on to you. You covered my shame and you lifted my head. You turned every tear into purpose instead. And even in darkness, your promise was true. Dear God, I held on to you. Dear God, I've seen you working in the battles I despised. You turned the bitter seasons into places I survived. You showed me that my breaking was the start of being formed. That character is carved inside the fire of every storm. And when I doubted everything, you didn't move away. You stayed until the trembling heart found courage just to pray. When everything shook, I held on to you. When my strength was gone, you carried me through. When fear tried to drown me, your mercy broke through. Dear God, I held on to you. Yeah, you covered my shame and you lifted my head. You turned every tear into purpose instead. And even in darkness, your promise was true. Dear God, I held on to you. You turned my trembling into standing. You turned my weakness into fire. You shaped my heart through every trial and lifted every lie. You made my wounds become a witness. You made my sorrow sing again. For every valley tried to break me, but you were teaching me to stand. I held on to you. I held on to you. Through every storm, I You turned every tear into purpose instead. And even in darkness, your promise was true. Dear God, I held on to you. When everything shook, I held on again. And in the shaking, you made me stand. For every trembling night I knew, dear God, I held on to you. Dear God, I've walked through shadows that were heavy on my chest. I felt the weight of battle stealing air from every breath. But somewhere in the darkness I could feel a stirring flame, a whisper in the silence saying hope would rise again. You showed me in my weakness that strength begins inside, that every tear I offered you was seed for what survived. When hope started rising inside me again, I felt your mercy break through every fear. You lifted my spirit from where I had been and pulled me close till my heart could hear. You taught me that trials don't end who I am. They shape the man you're calling to stand. Dear God, I felt hope rising again when you reached into my trembling hands. Dear God, you turned the sorrow into soil for me to grow. You used the deepest wounds to plant the strength I'd never know. You took the nights of silence when I questioned where you were, and whispered through the aching, saying you were always near. And in the quiet moments, you showed your heart for me, that even in the fire, you're forming who I'll be. When hope started rising inside me again, I felt your mercy break through every fear. You lifted my spirit from where I had been and pulled me close till my heart could hear. You taught me that trials don't end who I am. They shape the man you're calling to stand. Dear God, I felt hope rising again when you reached into my trembling hands. You turned my breaking into building. You turned my doubting into fire. You took my weakness as an offering and raised my spirit higher. You turned my silence into singing. You made my worry bow to grace. And now the hope you stirred within me is overflowing in this place. Hope rose again. Hope rose again when you held my heart. Hope rose again when hope started rising into my trembling hands. Hope rose again when you called my name. You made my heart believe again. Dear God, I trust you through every flame. For you make hope rise again. Dear God, I felt your footsteps when my strength was wearing thin. You met me in the places where I feared I'd fall again. But when I took a fragile step, your presence held my hand, and every mile before me turned into holy ground. You showed me in the quiet that I was never lost. You taught my heart that walking with you is worth the cost. When God walked with me through every mile, my heart learned how to breathe a while. The fears that tried to chase me down fell silent in your endless light. You lifted me when I was weak. You taught my troubled soul to speak, and now my path is filled with peace, for you walk every mile with me. Dear God, the roads were heavy when I carried all my doubt, but standing in your presence made the darkness lose its sound. You turned the crushing moments into strength to rise again, and every trembling heartbeat found a resting place in you. You brought me through my valley where shadows tried to hide, but in the light you gave me, my courage came alive. When God walked with me through every mile, my heart learned how to breathe a while. The fears that tried to chase me down fell silent in your endless light. You lifted me when I was weak. You taught my troubled soul to speak, and now my path is filled with peace, for you walk every mile with me. You turn my steps into singing. You turn my burdens to grace. You fill my mornings with purpose and made your presence my place. You turn my wandering to wisdom. You turn my trembling to trust, and now I walk in your promise, for you have always been enough. You walk with me. You walk with me through every mile. You walk when God walk with me through every mile. My heart learned how to breathe a while. The fears that tried to chase me down fell silent in your endless light. You lifted me when I Dear God, I carried failures like a weight upon my name. I felt the eyes around me whisper stories soaked in shame. But even in my lowest place, you held me in your hands and told me every broken piece was where your glory stands. You showed me in the ashes, your promise never dies. You said that what was stolen would rise again in time. When God turned my shame into honor again, my heart learned to rise from the places it fell. You took what the world used to bury my name and raised it with power that only you tell. You lifted my head when I hid in the pain. You clothed me in mercy again and again. Dear God, I will praise you in loss or in gain, for you turned my shame into honor again. Dear God, you built a story from the pieces life had torn. You took the nights of silence and made strength begin to form. The moments I felt worthless were the ones you chose to fill with grace that shaped the man I am, restored by your own will. You showed me that your timing is never out of place, and those who walk through trials will stand in healing grace. When God turned my shame into honor again, my heart learned to rise from the places it fell. You took what the world used to bury my name and raised it with power that only you tell. You lifted my head when I hid in the pain. You clothed me in mercy again and again. Dear God, I will praise you in loss or in gain, for you turned my shame into honor again. You turned the darkness to daylight. You turned my sorrow to praise. You took the tears of my history and washed them in your grace. You turned the moments that broke me into the strength that I hold. And now my life is a witness of every promise you've told. You honored me. You honored me when all I saw was broken me. When God turned my shame into honor again, my heart learned to rise from the places it fell. You took what the world used to bury my name and raised it with power that only you tell. You lifted my head when I hid in the pain. You clothed me in mercy again and again. Dear God, I will praise you in loss or in gain, for you turned my shame darkness and flame. For you turn my shame into honor again.